What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So Amanda Seales is trending right now, #1 on Twitter. And every single time I see her name trending, my stomach drops every single time. Because on one hand, I know that she is a talented actress. I know that she's very educated. She has her master's degree in African American studies. And I know that she's often vilified a lot in the media. With that being said, I feel like I have not seen someone self sabotage as much or in a way as I've seen Amanda Seales. She is speaking out against Vice President Kamala Harris. She's calling her disingenuous. And I realized no politician is perfect, no person, right, walking this earth is perfect. But we have two choices, okay? I don't know too many people that are going to vote for the third choice, Kennedy, right? He has his own issues to deal with the worm in the brain and all that good stuff. But we have either the Democratic presumptive nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, or we have Donald Trump, who is a 34-time convicted felon, who has J.D. Vance and the Heritage Foundation coming up with Project 2025 that is essentially going to strip away any type of autonomy, any type of agency for women. And every single time I see a woman, specifically a Black woman, one who is educated, as Amanda Seales, who has a master's degree in African American history, get on a platform as powerful as Twitter or any type of social media. It is a global platform with the platform that she has, right? Because she's an actress. So a lot of people realize, who she is. Her words carry a lot of weight, which is why she's trending #1. It just makes my heart sink because I'm like, this is not the time. This is not the time for you to air any type of grievance that you have against someone who has less than 100 days to keep our democracy in check, in order, right? That's exactly what the right is trying to do. Donald Trump's told them from a platform, he said he wanted to be a dictator on day one. He said, and these are his words, right? He told them, he said, you're the lovely Christians. I'm not a Christian, but if you vote for me, you won't ever have to vote again in your life. That's dictatorship. We have one person who is a prosecutor and the other person who is a felon. Period. Now Amanda is on her platform trending on Twitter because she has some kind of grievance with the Vice President of the United States. So I'm going to let you guys hear what Amanda has to say, right? Because I always want to present both sides of the issue, and then I'll give commentary after she speaks. It's only about 2 minutes. Okay.
In clips of Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical. That's my job. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling Americans racist? I said, well, first of all, there are many racist Americans. But there's also policy, legislation institution and systems that are racist that need to be addressed. They need to be addressed. And if you're not going to do that in an actualized way and in a loud, bold way, people will never really know where you're coming from. Well, you can't tell me how I feel. So I'm not telling you how you feel. I'm telling you how you sound. I'm telling you how you sound. Okay? The truth is that you should always question your source and what are their intentions. And what you all need to know is that I don't need to do any of this. I don't need to talk about any of this.
I couldn't agree more. I honestly, that's the one thing that she said that I agree with. She could have kept that. Amanda, my love, there's a word that I feel like she has yet to learn, and that word is called diplomacy, right? For her to insist that our Vice President of the United States be loud and boisterous about the racism in this country is unwise. It is unwise because you're not going to get anywhere with that. Does she not think that Kamala Harris, who was the first, Attorney General of California, the first woman and person of color, Black woman, Vice President of the United States, the first presumptive, right, Democratic nominee who's going to be Black and Indian American, does she not think that she has never encountered racism in her life? That to me is disingenuous. But you have to be diplomatic in those positions of power. Otherwise, you won't be able to make any type of real policy change from the inside. She addressed racism 4 years ago on the debate stage with Joe Biden when she called him out for his racist busing practices. And she said, that little girl that you refused to allow to be bused into integration, that was me. She said that on the debate stage right before Joe Biden picked her because all the blood drained from his face. And he said, you know what? This is one sharp cookie. She absolutely knows about racism. Amanda, I don't know a Black woman alive who does not know about racism, whether or not they have the academic language to, eloquently describe it. You know when someone is trying to impugn your dignity. You know when someone hates you for no reason. Kids understand racism and they're children. No, asking the Vice President of the United States and now the hopefully soon, right, the Democratic nominee to essentially rub more than half the country the wrong way against racism, that's just not smart. And you're too smart to say some of the stuff that you're saying. Oh gosh, ma'am, miss, you have a master's degree in African American studies, which means that you know about racism in a way that very few people have had the opportunity to study, to gain insight. And instead of disseminating that knowledge in a way that reaches so many people and that can make changes, you're going scorched earth. And it doesn't make any sense. You could do so many wonderful things from such a highly visible platform, but instead right now you're trending on Twitter for all the wrong reasons. People are calling you a hater, and people are saying that you are the reason why your career is in shambles. You are your biggest problem. Like Taylor Swift, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. And listen, it takes a certain level of self-awareness to say, you know what? maybe I should change my approach. And to be honest, Amanda, I really wish that you could have kept that criticism of our vice president a little closer to the chest, not 99 days out from the election. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are still, registered independents. They're still kind of wavering. They don't know who to vote for. A lot of people think that the $1,200 stimulus check that we got during COVID came from Donald Trump, when essentially it came from Joe Biden. It came from Congress, but then Donald Trump was on the way out, and Joe Biden was the one who solidified it. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know a lot of things. And the last thing we need is for you to get on your platform and tear down the one person who's trying to keep our American democracy together. So if you're going to advocate for Donald Trump or John Kennedy or I don't know, whoever else except Kamala Harris, it's not helpful. Because what Vice President Kamala Harris can do, if she becomes president, she can address those things in a diplomatic way to make policy changes and get everything that you're asking for done in a way that they won't offend over half the country. We don't want another January 6th. We don't want another civil war. That's what those people in Charlottesville and the people, that's what they want. We don't want that. We want positive policy changes. Okay. Anyway, that, Amanda is complex. She's a very complicated individual. But I wish her all the best, because for someone to say those things in a manner that she does, it sounds like she's in a lot of turmoil. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts about what she's saying about our vice president. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.